Alright, so I wanted to do a really quick video that... Is that light too bright? How about that? Now it's all tilted. There we go. So I wanted to do a video really quick that... so I'm going to be kind of at an angle, so whatever. But I wanted to do a video really quick that talks about just relationships in general. Because... there's a video that I have that talks more about how can you make a relationship work better and that type of thing. But that's going to be a different video for a different day. But this is going to kind of talk into some of that. One of the things that can apply to your everyday life, no matter who you're dealing with when it comes to someone that you're considering dating or that you are dating, or someone who is a friend or an acquaintance. Okay? Get ready, because this is going to be interesting. One of the key things for me in terms of getting to know a person. Now, this applied back in the day, and how the whole thing started with this was a 3-strike rule, is what I called it. I felt like, you know, back in the day when I was dating and things like that, you had so many people that you had to look out for, because people are trying to scam you. You know, they're trying to come up in whatever ways they're trying to do, in terms of either they're going to lie to you about something, or they're going to just use you for something or something like that. And so I developed the 3-strike rule, modeled after California's 3-strike rule, right? So it's, I guess it's similar to if you were to commit 3 felonies or 3 misdemeanors, then you're gone to prison or something like that. Not sure exactly how it all works. But what I wanted to do was something similar, because I kept giving people chance after chance after chance. And after things went south, I always look back and say, why did I give them that much time of my life? Why did I go through all that grief over and over again, and then I stand around looking like a fool? So then I said, you know what, enough is enough. One of my good friends, she had just gotten to a divorce, and, you know, she went on a couple of dates with people, and she was telling me something similar, like, you know, it's these people are just, I'm going on dates with, you know, like, I don't know what to do. And I said, there's a 3-strike rule, right? You know, and I kind of explained it to her. So then later on, she told me, like, hey, it works, you know, like, you cut through all the crap. And recently, when I was in Haiti, I told another friend of mine, I said, look, if you're going to date somebody, you know, make sure that you don't keep dealing with the same constant craziness. Because she was telling me about how her relationships have been in the turmoil. And I said, you know, you don't have to go through that. You know, 3-strike rule. 3 issues that come up. It could be 3 different lies. It could be something that's shady. It could be anything. And, you know, once 3 of them occur within a short amount of time, and that can be dependent upon what you want. It could be a month. It could be, you know, 2-3 months. If you have 3 of those issues occur within that time, cut them loose, because you're going to continue to have issues. Now, some people may say that sounds a little harsh, but it always worked for me. I ended up with Noelle, and it's worked out perfectly fine. So that also applies to friends, because, you know, my friendship base is very, very small. Very small. There's a lot of people that I'm acquaintances with. There's a lot of people who I thought were friends who aren't necessarily friends. Before I get into that, there's something that's called a felony. So a felony would be if someone does something that is just absolutely unforgivable. So let's say that you're dating a guy and he hits you. That's a felony. Walk away right at that point in time. Let's say you're dating a chick and she says that, you know, she is on some hardcore drugs and that's what she loves to do. Then walk away, because that's not something that you want to be around. So some things are a felony where it doesn't take a couple of different things that come into your face. It's just one instance and boom, you're done. But when it comes to friends, the same thing applies, or people that you know. There's plenty of people who I knew who I thought were kind of cool and that type of thing. And back in the past, these same folks would just always be doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. And you would give them chance after chance, and you would try to overlook some things. But after a while, you're thinking, what benefit am I getting out of this friendship? Like, I'm always, you know, I remember back in the day, like, you know, going to bars and stuff with friends, and you always had that same one that never had their wallet. So you would have to buy them booze, or as soon as they get a couple of beers or a couple of drinks in them, they're the ones that are starting fights or being loud or whatever the case may be. And everybody has to either get kicked out or leave because that person got kicked out. Or, you know, you have that person that's always just doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. Or saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying. So after a while, it's like, I'm assessing that, like, why am I still dealing with this? So again, 3-strike rule. 3 issues of craziness and stupidness, boom, you're gone. You know, there again also are felonies. Me, I don't like someone that burns bridges. You know, like sometimes there are, and even with friends, I've had guy friends where they'll burn a bridge. For whatever reason, they'll burn a bridge. Maybe to save face, maybe because they're facing pressure from, you know, the person that they're with, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I think that there's a proper way to handle things. If you have a bunch of guy friends and you're used to hanging out, and the person that you're dating or married to or whatever doesn't want you to do that anymore, then just say, look, you know what, trying to turn over a new leaf, trying to make things a little bit better, you know, let's go do X, Y, and Z. And make sure that you lay it out there so that you don't burn a bridge. If you're dating someone and you find out, like, hey, 3 strikes they've already completed all of that, the best thing to do is just let them know, like, hey, you know what, I don't think this relationship is really for us. You know, I wish you the best, but, you know, I'm going to try to stay single. I need to adjust some things in my life. Sometimes you can put it back on yourself, say, hey, I need to work on me a little bit more, and then let that be that. Never just walk away from a situation and not say anything. I don't think that's always the best way to handle things. Sometimes you have to if you're dealing with a person that's, you know. But that is my whole spiel on relationships, whether they are just friendships, whether they're, you know, a person that you're dating, whatever the case may be. Never keep putting up with the same thing over and over again. You're just wasting your time, really. You know, you will find out who's truly your best friend, who's truly who you should be with. But you got to lay out, you know, your own plan for yourself. So I hope that helps. And until next time, I'm going to see you. Take care.